Cool. Okay, so we were talking about the hackathon. I'm going to share my screen again. Oh, you can see me. Cool. Okay. Okay, so I think we stopped at the brainstorm process. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so once you choose your idea, once you identify your problem, you want to begin your brainstorm process. So during this time, you will, discuss with your group members. Remember to always, remember constructive criticism. You don't want to, shoot down the idea. You want to help your team members to build the idea and expand on it. Okay, so that's brainstorming a solution. Once you have, I think, at least one idea narrowed down, you can start on researching your problem. So in the research section, just see, okay, maybe look at similar solutions to this problem and how your idea will be different and bring everyone closer to solving the problem. You will also build a prototype using Figma. We will have a session on Figma later on today, and Figma is just a prototyping tool. It's a design tool. We'll have a session on it, so you don't need to worry about that right now. And the last two steps are the presentation and judging. You will be creating a slideshow of your proposed solution, and you will be presenting it to a judging panel that will be coming tomorrow. And yeah, you'll also be presenting your prototype and the different features of your app. Yeah, and we will be giving out prizes. Well, yeah, we will be giving out prizes at the event and certificates. So make sure you don't miss that. Okay, so I'm really excited learning with you all and participating in this hackathon, and I hope you guys learn a lot. Okay, so that was just a basic guide to the hackathon. I think now I'm going to go into a basic introduction to computer science and coding. Okay, and then after that, we'll do a fun and interactive session on Python. Just for me to judge, how many of you guys have previous knowledge on Python? Okay, that's a few of you. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's begin our introduction to computer science. Okay, so what is computer science? Computer science is nothing but the study of computers and computational systems. So computational system is anything that can perform calculations or mathematical operations. Computer science is within the overarching field of STEM. STEM is, it's not like a plant STEM, in case you weren't aware. STEM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So computer science is a STEM field, and within computer science, there are many subfields that you can specialize in. So that includes the study of computer architecture, programming languages, and software development. Oh, and there's also robotics and AI. I think that's like one of the newer fields. Very interesting. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so what is programming or coding? Well, okay, first of all, what is a computer? A computer is nothing but a tool for solving problems with data. And equally important, a program is a sequence of instructions that tells a computer how to do a task. Okay, so I have a very, very important question here. And knowing the answer to this question is a prerequisite to coming to this hackathon. So if you don't know the answer, you're gonna have to go. Okay, so I hope you guys know your stuff. Okay, I'm gonna choose a random person, and yeah, I hope you guys know the answer. Okay, I'm gonna choose you. Oh, purple shirt, purple shirt. Okay, what is your name? Kaylee? Okay, what is your favorite sandwich? Yes. PB&J, okay. Okay, so think of a recipe for a PB&J sandwich. In this model, you are the computer. Making the sandwich is the task that has to be performed by you. And the recipe is the program that tells you, the computer, how to execute the task. But of course, computers can't understand recipes that are written on paper. So that's why we, as humans, use a programming language to interact with computers. Okay, so that brings us to the next part. What is a programming language? So does anyone have an idea of a programming language? Maybe you've heard of some? Yeah. Yeah. HTML, yes. You? JavaScript? Yes. Good job. You? Yes. You? Yes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good job. So those are, okay, sure, I'll take one more. Yeah, go ahead. What is it? See? Yeah, good job. So those are all examples of programming languages. So a programming language is nothing but a language developed to express programs. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's any set of rules that can allow a user to communicate with the computer and output a set of actions. So we're gonna do like a quick overview of web development. So web development is just the building and maintenance of websites, and it's divided into front end and back end. So front end developers basically develop all the visual aspects of a website. So it's basically everything you see on a website. So for those of you who have your laptops out, maybe just go to any like web page. Go to girlsincs.org, if you want. Maybe you can go to Google Classroom. Just any website that you normally go to. So if you see on that web page, if you notice the very nice, like maybe they have these very nice curve, like on Classroom. If you see your classes, it's like it shows up as a nice, a curved box with pretty colors and the name of your class. And maybe you have this like cool design on the web page. Well, all the visual aspects, everything that you can see, all the like pretty designs, that is all front end. That is everything that front end developers do. So a front end developer develops the visual aspects of a website. So they have to build something that is visually appealing or attractive to the user. So because of that, they have to think about what sort of web design would attract a customer and keep them interested. So fun fact, as of June 2021, the internet contains more than 1.8 billion websites and counting. So websites are now a critical component for any business to stay competitive. Backend, on the other hand, is everything the users don't see and contains the behind-the-scene activities that occur when performing any action on a website. So say, for example, you press a button and it takes you to another page. So the logic that goes behind like pressing the button, like the logic that takes you to the other web page is what backend is. So you don't see the thing that takes you to the next page. And yeah, that's backend. So backend developers use a variety of server-side languages, including Java, Ruby, Node.js, and Python, which we will be learning, I think in a few minutes, actually. Now we're learning Python now. But yeah, so I'm gonna get ready for our Python workshop, which we'll be doing right now. And if you guys don't have your laptops out already, I want you all to take your laptops out and we'll go from there. So for those of you who are online, we are starting our Python workshop. Yeah, just FYI. Okay. Cool. Wi-Fi, yeah. Okay, so for those of you who are online, you don't have to worry about this part, but is anyone, okay, for those of you who aren't connected to Wi-Fi, if you are in PUSD, the Pleasanton School District, meaning you probably live in Pleasanton, so you're in the school district. If you are, then for Wi-Fi, click on wireless, the wireless Wi-Fi. Do we have that on the board? All right, it's on the whiteboard, but I'll just explain it as well, so nobody gets. Oh, okay. You guys. Like there's username and password. So username would be like an ID number. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, like Google account password. Okay. Huh? Okay. So table mentors, it would be great if you could walk around and help the girls get their Wi-Fi set up.
Yeah.
Really? Hmm? Huh? They can. I think they can. Okay. Oh. Okay, so if you are not in the Pleasanton Unified School District, then the Wi-Fi should be easy for you guys since you just, if you're not in the PUSD district, click on guest Wi-Fi and accept the terms and conditions. That's just if like a volunteer hasn't gotten to it yet, but we're all gonna help you guys out. Cool. If you guys could raise your hand if you don't have your Wi-Fi set up. Okay, so 2 people over there don't have their Wi-Fi set up. And then- Oh, I think we do actually. Karn, do we have a Chromebook? Yeah, so we can. Okay, that's good. Um, cool. If anyone needs to go to the bathroom, we also have a volunteer who can take you guys to the bathroom. Okay, we got one person. Okay. Okay, it's everyone's Wi-Fi good to go. I think we have some girls in the bathroom. Okay, there are some girls in the bathroom. So yeah, let me see if we're on schedule. I'm missing. Checking the schedule. There's some girls in the bathroom. Online attendees, we will start in just a moment. We're just waiting for some girls to get back from the bathroom. Card. Card.
Is it 4?
Yeah, it's like. Okay, so I think we can get started. Do you have to, no, so you don't have to download Python, but I'll get into the steps of where we'll be doing Python. Okay, so we're gonna start our Python workshop now. Is everyone ready? Like, thumbs up or no, if you wanna. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I think we can get started. Okay, so I want you guys to go to trinket.io. So open a new, can you see my screen? So open a new tab. I'll do this with you guys. Okay, so how many of you guys have an account, on trinket.io? Okay, so a few people do. If you do, just log in normally. If you don't, I'm going through the steps of creating a new account. Okay, cool. Where's Firefox? Is my slideshow through there? Okay. How do I? I'm trying to go to. Oh, I'm showing here. Oh, cool. I don't use Mac. Yeah, this is good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That'll work. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, if you go to trinket.io and online attendees, you can follow along with this as well. Oh, let me share my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, if everyone could listen up. Is everyone on this page on trinket.io? Yes? Okay. Okay, so as soon as you get on this page, you see this, can you see my mouse? Yeah, you see this sign up button? Okay, do this only if you don't have an account. So the two kids back there, just log in normally. Okay, so for everyone else, click on the sign up button. Okay. And you're gonna wanna fill in all of this information. Don't put your full name, it's no need to give out personal information. You could just do SG. And then for username, like I'm just gonna do SG123. These are my initials, by the way. And then email address, put in your email address. Okay, and your username, it has to be like unique from, previous username. So if it brings up like a red box, I think it does that. Is it not? Yeah, actually, you should be fine. Okay, so fill in all the information. And for password, don't do like an easily guessable password like trashy 123. Like, don't do that. If you do get an option for use a securely generated password, then go ahead and use that. Or if you don't, you can just use a variety of like letters, symbols, numbers. It's just a normal password. And make sure you save the password. I think it automatically saves on your laptop, but yeah, try not to forget it because otherwise you have to reset. Okay, so for password, I would just do like hackathon. Let's see it. Okay, is everyone good with this step? Does anyone need help? Okay, if you need help, just raise your hand and one of these STEM table volunteers will come help you out. Okay, so once you enter all of this information, click on the sign up button. I'm not going to click on this because I have an account already, but click on the sign up button. Oh, shoot. Okay, actually, I'm going to have to create an account. So just hold on for 1 second. I'm going to use a random email. Okay, and if you do get this, like, what's it called, prompt, just click on the save button because you don't want to, you don't want to have to remember this by yourself. Okay, so is everyone on a page that looks like this? Yes, okay. So, okay, from here, you want to click on the home button. Oh, click on the home button. Okay. And everyone is here. You're going to click on new trinket. Whoops, okay. You're going to click on new trinket and click on Python. Don't click on Python 3 because that's like premium and we don't have premium. So just click on Python. Okay, so if you click on that, you should get something like this. Online girls, are you doing all right? Do you need any help? If you do, just feel free to put a message in the chat. Okay. Oh, do you get messages? Everything's okay. Great. That is great to hear. Okay. Is anyone having any problems? You can't get the. Okay. Yes, I'm helping out. So for those of you who have completed this step, just hold on for a moment while we help other people out. Okay, and just some workshop information. Oh, hold on. I will be like sharing workshop links for practice exercises. So yeah, you don't have to worry about creating your own trinkets. Okay. Okay, for the practice exercises and solutions, I want you all to go to the link that's on the board. It's bit.ly. Can I like, okay, it's bit.ly. Enter this in a new tab. /GCS. Yeah, it's right there if you can see it. A new tab, yeah. Okay, wait, let me. Bit dot notepad. Okay. I don't know how to use. See it? Okay, it's bit.ly /GCS. Thank you. Oh, I got some messages. Yeah. Join in person today. Okay. Okay. So maybe tomorrow. Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm just responding to, yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, maybe if she's on the meeting with us. Oh, but the brainstorm time. Okay. Okay, is everyone on the link? I mean, did everyone get the link to work? Yeah, cool. Okay, so we won't be using this right now, but when we begin our practice exercises, then we will get to that. Okay. Okay. You delete stuff on Macs. Okay. I'm gonna open the link as well. Okay, so I think we can start our Python workshop. Okay. Is everyone all ready? Cool. Okay. Yeah, so can you guys hear me okay? Is this fine? Okay, because like that is not working. Okay, so Python is one of the easiest backend programming languages because of its simple syntax and because its simple syntax makes it really easy to read and understand. And it's also the fastest way to develop any working problem. So this is one of the most basic programming languages. Yeah, so because of its simplicity and flexibility, it's also used in many companies and applications such as artificial intelligence and machine learning. So just learning Python opens a lot of opportunities for you. And yeah, okay. So our first lesson of Python will be on variables. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. So a variable is simply a placeholder for an unknown value or quantity. Okay, so Python variables can have any name, but it can't begin with a capital letter, a number, or a symbol. So a common practice that programmers use when for variables is called camel case. So instead of just writing like, okay, instead of just writing like time taken in all lowercase, it's hard to read like the individual words. So if you capitalize like the first letter of the next word, it provides like better readability for programmers. So this is just good practice. Of course, for like our more basic programs, it's not really necessary to use. But examples of variables, common ones used are X, Y, Z, name. So for num1, you can have a number like anywhere inside the word. It just can't begin with the number. I mean, if you do that, you'll just get an error, but I mean, it's okay. It's good to learn from those. Okay, so variables in Python have 3 parts. It's different for more advanced programming languages, but yeah, variables in Python have the variable name, the assignment operator, which is the equal sign, and the actual value that you're assigning to the variable name. There is, can you see that? Oh. Sorry, just moving around my. Okay, there is a 4th part, but it's hidden in Python. Like you don't have to type it in when declaring variables, but it's called the data type. Data type is pretty self-explanatory. It defines the type of data stored inside the variable. So we're gonna jump into that right now. Okay. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3. There are five main data types common to all programming languages. There is char, which stands for character. There is str for string, double for decimals. Yeah, double for decimals, and Boolean for a true and false value. Am I missing one? Yeah, 4. Okay. So char is used to express characters. You can call it car or char, but just char just sounds better. Char is used to express characters, and they're declared within quotes. So like, we'll get into the format a bit later, but yeah, characters are just declared within quotes. Basically, almost every key on your laptop counts as a character. So if I could type here somewhere, I'm gonna go to a different tab. Just give me 1 second. I will give you an example. So if you have like letter, okay, this is my variable name. If you have letter equals, why can't I type equals? What? Okay. Okay, letter equals, say A. This would be a character because characters will always have a length of 1. And again, like the simple way of remembering it is that basically almost every key on your laptop is a character. So like this is a character. If you do asterisk, that is also a character, is a character. So basically any symbol or letter is a character. And it has to have a length of 1. So if it's 2, if its length is greater than 1, then the data type of the variable will become string. So strings are referred to as like, strings are known as a, how do I say this? They're composed of multiple characters. So say I have, let me make my variable name a bit more descriptive. Say I have name equals Joe. So this is my variable. And right now this would be a string, but you can see that the value is composed of J, O, and E. So J, O, and E are all individual characters. So that just shows that strings are made up of characters. Easy way you can remember the difference though is that characters have a length of 1 and strings have a length greater than 1. So like, okay, I think like most kids get confused with symbols. If I have 2 asterisks, that is a string. Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. Yeah, I can zoom in. That is better. Okay. Yeah. One person said no. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the slide. Well, I'm gonna go back here actually. Okay. So our next data type is integer or int. How many of you guys know what an integer is? Maybe from like math class. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone want to give an example? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, so an integer is basically any non-decimal value. It includes all the negative numbers and all the positive numbers, including 0. Okay, just checking the chat for a second.
I got it.
Okay, sorry, thank you. It's distracting. Yeah, so it includes all the non-negative numbers, 0, and all the negative numbers, 0, and all the positive numbers. So an example could be like, why does this happen? Okay, example could be x equals x equals 8. So this would be an integer. Again, integers are declared without quotes. So I can do 8, I can do -5, I can do 80. Okay, basically any number. If you do put quotes around it, that changes the data type to a string. Just wanted to say that. Okay, so if all integers are non-decimal numbers, what are the decimal numbers called? So decimal numbers are known as booleans. In Python, it's known as floats, but we're gonna use booleans for now because it's just, there is like a small difference, but you don't need to know that for now. We're just gonna call them booleans. So, I mean, did I say booleans? I mean, we're just gonna call them doubles. Okay, so doubles are non-decimal, oh my God, I'm sorry. Doubles are the decimal numbers. So an example of a double would be 8.0. So as long as it has a decimal in it, it will be a double. So you can have 8.0, you can have like 5.5. So yeah, if it has a decimal, it is a double. Sorry, I said Booleans before, it's not called a Boolean. Okay, yeah, the last data type is a Boolean. So Booleans can either hold a true or a false value. So this is, okay, Booleans are usually used in larger programs. We won't be using Booleans too much today, but an example is like in stock equals true. So Booleans will always, in Python, they will always start with a capital T or a capital F, for true or false. So an example, I mean, a lot of people, when we're first learning Python, you might not understand the usefulness of Booleans, but say like when you're more advanced, maybe you're doing like a program for a vending machine. Like if you want to check if a specific product is in stock, you can set the value to true. Yeah, that's just an example. It's usually used in larger programs. But yeah, so Booleans have a true or false value. Okay. And remember, they are never going to be enclosed in quotes. Again, if I put quotes around this, it's going to become a string. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, one thing I want to point out, while it's not necessary to actually state the data type when you're declaring variables in Python, like you don't have to do this, for example. You will have to do this in more complicated languages like Java or C, I think. But it is very helpful to know because Python does have some exceptions. Like we'll get to this in a bit, but you won't be able to add a string to an integer without converting the data types. We'll see that in a sec. But yeah, this is a quick introduction to variables. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we're good on time. Okay, I want to give some practice questions just to gauge your understanding. So I have a slide here of examples. Okay, so I will ask like a few questions to you guys. And if you're having, like anyone can raise their hand and your table groups can help you out to decide the answer. So I think I'll call like 2 over here and 2 on Zoom. And I don't forget about you guys. Okay, so you guys can take a moment to look at those examples. Okay, so I'll go ahead and ask the first question. Who knows the data type of the variable, where is it? Greeting equals hi, for the second one. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that is correct. Good job. So it's a string because it's enclosed in quotes and the length of it is greater than 1. Okay, cool. What about the data type of the variable, or what about symbol equals asterisk? Where is that? Okay, let me find that. Okay, actually, let's do a different one. Let's do C equals true. That's a tricky one. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so this was a tricky one. It would be a Boolean if it wasn't enclosed in the quotes. So in this case, it would be a string since it's in quotes. So just remember that Booleans won't be enclosed in quotes. That was a good guess though. That was tricky. Okay, I'm gonna ask one on Zoom. Okay, anyone on Zoom, and you guys can feel free to discuss with yourselves what you think is the answer. Okay, does anyone want to answer what is the data type of x equals 0.0? It's like this one here. You can answer in the chat or unmute, whatever you feel comfortable with. What does it say? Yeah, correct. Good job. All right, good job, Kathleen. So for those of you who got it, it is x equals 0.0. Kathleen got it correct, so good job, Kathleen. Okay, I have one more for online people. What is the data type of, Z equals question mark in quotes. String. Okay, good job. Saisha got it correct. It is string. So if you guys got that as well, good job to you guys. These were just a few examples of variables. If you guys are getting it correct, good job. If you aren't, no problem. You just learned this, and we're gonna do a lot more practice on this. Okay, so I think we could do one more practice exercise. So I want you guys to go to the Drive link that you guys opened up. It's like that link over there. It's the Google Drive link. So click on the, oh, I put the solutions there too. Oops. Okay, click on the link called Python Workshop Links. Oh, yeah, let me open it up here. How do I do this? Yeah. No, I think I need to go to Firefox. How do I? Okay, I'm gonna stop my share for just a second. No, I'm on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna press escape and we're gonna share this. So you should be on this page. Okay, and click on Python Workshop Links. If you double click on it, it will take you to this tab. All right, great. I see most people have got here. Online people, if I don't know if you heard the link actually. They did? Okay, great. Thank you. All right, let me just get some water. Okay. Online girls, would you, yeah, just let me know when, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so once you're here, just click on the variable practice link. I just made some trinkets for you guys. Okay, and when you click on this link, click on the remix button over here. This button just makes a copy because this is like the original button. Wait, sorry, what'd you say? Which link do you click on? Okay, so are you on this page? Yeah. So click on this first link over here. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Okay. This link here. It's the variable one. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So if you're on this, I mean, you should have been taken to this link, and again, click on the remix button. So I'm gonna do that too. Just click remix, and it should say remixed. And if you ever want to see the original copy again, you could just click on this remix and original. Okay, so you should be on the remixed copy. Was everyone able to click on remix? I don't know if you maybe missed that. Got it? Okay. Okay, so I'll give you guys just like maybe 2 minutes or so we are kind of, what's it called? Yeah, we have a time crunch, so I'll give you guys 2 minutes. You guys can work with your table groups. Oh yeah, the instructions? Okay, I'll just yeah. Okay, so all you have to do is declare 3 variables below. Like over here. Yeah, just type in, like I did some examples before, just do something similar. Type in the variables. So just type in like 3 variables over here. Yeah. Don't comment it out. Oh, okay. So everyone, these lines over here are all commented. So when you're typing in your variables, don't comment them out. So I forgot to go over this, but comments are, okay. Comments are basically, they're ignored by the computer when compiling. It's just for you to put notes for yourself. Oh shoot, we have like 45 minutes. Okay, so hopefully you were able to get your 3 variables. I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately. Okay, so hopefully you all were able to declare your 3 variables. If you haven't been able to do that, I will be going through some examples. So if I could please have everyone's attention, I will be going through all the examples. And yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, so okay, if I want to create a variable of type integer, I'm just gonna do like num equals 5. So remember, in every variable declaration, there are 3 parts. Whoops. I don't know what happened there. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So remember, in each variable declaration, you have 3 parts. There is the variable name. There is the equal sign, which assigns the value to the variable name. And then there's the value itself. Why does this keep happening? Sorry, guys, just give me 1 moment. Okay, so this is my first variable. If I want to declare maybe a string, I can do name equals Joe. Name equals Joe. This is another variable. Again, this is my variable name. This is the assignment operator. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be an equal sign. Okay, and this is my value. This is the value I'm assigning to name. Okay, so maybe if I want to do another variable, I can do letter equals X. This would be a character. Okay, so some of you guys may have gone the extra step and clicked on the run button, which is over here. So if anyone clicked on the run button, can you tell me what happened when you clicked on the run button? Yeah. Oh, very cool. So nothing happened. Okay, and nothing was printed out because variables are simply used to store information. You're not printing out any information. It's only used for storing information. So if you wanted to print out these values, we would have to use something called a print statement. And we will be getting into that right now. Okay, cool. Okay, so print statements. Is everyone okay? Everyone ready? Cool. Okay. Okay. Let me slideshow this. Okay, so the format of Python print statements is pretty simple. It's just the print keyword, and you have to enclose your print statement in parentheses. So I'm not going over printing variables right now. This is just if you want to print some statement on the screen. I'll tell you how to print variables in just a second. But if you want to print something on the screen, you would do print hello world. Like this is just an example. So you guys can go ahead and try that out. Make sure your statement, like in this case, the statement is hello world. Make sure your statement is enclosed in quotes and parentheses. So I'll try that out with you guys. Print. Okay, and don't forget you have to press the run button, which is over here. So if you have your line of code ready, print the run button, and there you go. You have your print statement. Sometimes you have to save it for it to run. So if you're not getting any output, just press save. But usually it should run by itself. Okay, was everyone able to get that to work? Ow, geez. If anyone's having any problems, please let me know what kind of problems you're having so I can address that. Cool. Okay, and if I want to print something else out, it's nice to meet you. And if I run this, it'll also print that out. Okay, did I get something in the chat? So I hope online kids, you're also able to follow along. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask Darcy. I'm just gonna. Is everyone okay on printing statements? Okay, so if everyone is ready with their print statements. Oh, it's not working. Print is not. Okay, so Kathleen, did you capitalize the print? Did you capitalize this? If it is capitalized, oh, yeah, so don't capitalize it. You have to just put lowercase p. Again, if you capitalize it, then Python does not recognize it. So again, also for in-person attendees, if you capitalize the P in print, your program will not work. So make sure it is lowercase print and then parentheses and quotes and then your statement in between. Okay, so I think we can move on to printing variables now. Okay, so oh, I think we're switching chargers. I'll give you guys a moment. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly cover printing out variables. So the format for printing a variable is print and then in parentheses the variable name. So you don't have the quotes in this, but you do have parentheses, and within the parentheses you will have the name of the variable. Okay, so let's try that out. So I have my variable num equals 5. Is everyone ready? I kind of like, everyone's good, okay. So just pay attention up here. If I want to print out my variable num, I would do print num, yeah, just print num. And let's see what I get. So there it is. I get my, I get the value of num printed out. And remember, if you do accidentally put this in quotes, it's going to print num. It's not going to print the value of your variable. So make sure that when you're printing variables, you don't put the quotes. So don't put the quotes. Okay. I hope everyone can see that. Hey, is anyone running into any problems? If you are, you can just tell me what kind of problem. Oh, we have one person who's help. Oh yeah, so num is the name of my variable. So if you have a different variable, then put that in the parentheses. So, okay, that was a good question. So everyone, my variable is named num equals 5. So if you try printing out num and you don't have a variable named num, then it won't work for you. So print out the name of whatever variable you have. So like, okay, say I print x. I don't have a variable x, so it will give me an error. It will say name x is not defined. So, errors also help tell you like what to fix. So I'm going to do num because I have a variable named num. Okay. Can you ask what kind of problems they're having? Because then I could just quickly. Okay. Okay, guys, so if you're done with that, we can move on to the next part. Okay, so the next part we will be, I won't check that. Okay, so the next part we'll just be like adding our variables together. So let's go through an example. Okay, so say I have a variable called num. I've defined it over here already. And I have another variable called num2 equals 6. And I'm just going to delete this. You guys can comment it out. If you want to comment out some code, if you don't want the code to run, just click on the control button on your laptop and the / button at the same time. That's only if you want to comment out your code. So like command /. If you have a Mac, then it's command /. Okay, I'm going to delete that for now because I don't need that. Okay, so I have 2 of my integer variables defined. If I want to add these variables to each other, like figure out what 5 + 6 is, all I have to do is, I'm going to name this num1 actually. All I have to do is num1 plus num2. And I should get 11. Okay, so just to recap, what I did here is that I have 2 integer variables. And by printing the value of num1 plus num2, I got 5 + 6, which is 11. You could also do, and zoom in. Yeah, sure. Thank you for telling me. Okay. How do I can also do answer equals num1 plus num2, and then I could print out answer. I'm just showing you like different examples. that you can try out. So if you do something like this, okay, well, let's figure out what the value of answer would be. It would be 5 plus 6. And if I'm printing out answer, I would get 11. Is everyone good? Okay, so this is just like fun operations, like mathematical operations that you can do with variables. If I wanted to, whoops. If I want to do a different operation that's not like addition or something, I can also do num1 times num2. If you don't know what 5 times 6 is, just run the code and you will see the answer. So if I click on run, I get 30. So again, what we did here, we have two variables called, two integer variables with the value of 5 and 6. If we print out the value of the first variable times the second variable, we will get the answer, not quotient. We'll get the answer, which is 30. So, you know, if you're having trouble on math homework, I would say this is a pretty good tool to use. You can try it out a few times. So like if you do like, you know, you can't do 5,678 times 6 in your head. So if you run it with a computer, you get this number. Someone can double check, but it's probably correct. Okay, I think we're running out of time. Was everyone able to do operations with their variables? If you're not, you can just like, you know, ask and I can answer quickly. Okay, so I think everyone is all good. I will move on to the next part. Okay, so this is the fun part. I mean, this is the funner part because all of this is fun. Okay, we'll be learning how to make Python programs interactive. Okay, so what does it mean to make things interactive? Okay, so we will be interacting with the user. In this case, we are the programmer because, you know, we're writing the program, and the user is the person who uses the program. Well, runs the program, same thing. Okay, and if we are asking for user input, that means that we are getting information from the user. Okay, so now our question is, how can we obtain user input? And you'll understand user input better when we actually go through our first example. Okay, but right now we need a way to get the info from the user and also store the info. Why is this not in the slideshow? Okay, and also store the info, okay? So that brings in the input function. So in Python, the format is, okay, so this is the format, x equals input, and then the prompt. So in this case, x is any variable. Again, it could be named anything because you're storing information. Well, it could be anything because it's a variable. So x is my variable, and input is the keyword that gets information from the user. So I'm actually gonna go through this on the trinket because this is kind of hard to understand. So I'll zoom in just a sec. Okay, so if I want to ask the user their name, I would do name equals input. What is your name? Okay, so here I'm asking the user, what is your name? So this is the prompt that they will see. And then whatever they enter after that is what will be stored inside my variable name. Okay. So again, name is my variable. The input is the keyword, the Python keyword that gets information from the user. And the string or the print statement following it is the prompt. So it prompts the user for specific information. And then whatever the user enters after that will be stored in the variable name. So let's go ahead and actually run this program. So if I click on run, let's see what gets printed out. Okay, so here we have the prompt. What is your name? And if I print like Joe, well, there it goes. It just saved Joe inside of variable name. Now, if you want to actually see the this information being stored in name, you can print out your variable, like just to confirm. So you can do print name. So again, we are assigning a value to name. The value will come from the user, and we are printing out that value. So if I print out my variable name, okay, sorry, just waiting for you guys. If I print out my the variable name, let me run the program. Okay, I will enter Joe again, and there you go. Joe is printed out. So yeah, we're just getting information from the user and printing it out. Okay, hopefully that worked for everyone. I don't have time for that. Okay, I did have a practice exercise for this, but I don't think we'll have enough time for that. Yeah, so I think it's fine. Okay, does anyone need me to go back to the screen for a bit? Okay, some people need help, so I'm just gonna wait for a minute and let you guys. Also, the girls in the back, are you able to see the screen? No? Okay. Yeah, just let me know whenever you can't see it, so you guys don't have to wait. It was good? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so I see some people are kind of confused. I'll run through this one more time. So I have my variable name, and all variables you need to assign a value to. So the value I'm assigning will come from this input statement. So the input function, well, it's a function. Okay, the input, we'll just say keyword for now, gets information from the user by asking them, what is your name? Now, whatever the user types in after that will be stored in name. So name will be equal to whatever the user entered. I hope that helps. And then we're just printing it out so we can actually see that the value was stored in name. So this is just for us. Okay, so I think we can move on to conditionals. Let's see. Okay, I think we're not too bad on time. Okay, so okay, I'm just gonna start. Okay, we're gonna be doing an intro to Python conditionals. Give me a second. Some people need help. Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's get started with Python conditionals. So first of all, what is a condition? We hear conditions almost every day, but we don't really realize it. So an example of a condition, that I say every day is, if it is hot outside, I will wear shorts. If it's not hot outside, I will wear pants. That's just an example of probably an everyday condition. So as you heard in my example, the main keyword is if in conditionals. Okay, so different operations we can do with these conditionals. Say I have like two variables, A and B. A has a value of 5 and B has a value of 2. So I can check if A is equal to B. So using the actual values, I can check if 5 is equal to 2. I can check if 5 is not equal to 2. I can check if 5 is less than B, and so on. These are just like different operations that you can do with conditionals. We'll go through some examples after, so you can understand. So there's also another important keyword called else. Else is just what happens when the initial if statement is false. So for example, in the example I said before, if it is hot, I will wear shorts. Else, meaning if it is not hot, I will wear pants. So it's just like what is executed if the if condition is false. Okay, so like in this example, if condition, meaning if condition is true, then do something. Else, if the condition is false, do something different. Okay, there are also things called if else's. In Python, it's an elif, but we won't be going too in depth on that. I don't think we will have enough time for that. But it just checks multiple conditions, but you don't have to worry about that for now. Go to the next slide. Oh, wait, yeah. So now we're going to do some practice on conditionals. Some operators, this is just, I don't think we'll be creating big enough programs for this, but there's an AND operator for you to check two conditions at a time. There's an OR operator, and there's a NOT. Yeah, wait, I think this is a bit too advanced right now. So we'll be starting off with some basic practice on conditionals. So I want you guys to go to the drive again, or go to the link, the Python workshop link, and click on the conditionals practice. So it's this one here. I'll zoom in just a sec. Okay, so go ahead and click on that. And yeah, we'll do some practice. I don't think I went over the format of a Python conditional, so I'll go through that as well. So when you go to this link, I'll do that too. Seriously. Okay, did you guys also get a blank trinket? Yeah, let me put the actual one in. I don't think I saved it, so. Okay, you know what? I'll just give you the instructions. I just had the instructions there, but. Okay, so let's see. I want you guys to write, I'll do the first example with you. So we'll be writing a condition that checks if, let's see. If there is a party, I will wear a dress. If there is not a party, I will wear sweatpants. Came up with that on the spot. Okay. So I'll type the instructions here again. I typed fast, so it's okay. If there is a party, I will. Yeah, you don't have to fight this. Okay, 1 sec. Yeah, so to make notes to yourself, you can use comments. It's just the hashtag. And if you want to comment out multiple times, just use the command / if you have a Mac. If you don't have a Mac, then use control /, like click it at the same time. Okay, so this is what you will be coding. I will go through this with you guys. Okay, so the format of conditional is if you have your condition. Oh, actually, wait, I forgot I mentioned something. So where will we get the answer from? Like if there's a party or if there's not a party? Well, we can ask the user if there's a party or not. So again, to get input from the user, I will be doing, I'm gonna save their answer in a variable called answer. I think that's fitting. So again, we have our input keyword to get information from the user. And we're gonna ask them, is there a party? And just as a good programming, what's it called? Good habit. We are gonna say enter Y for yes and for no. And you'll see why it's good practice to put this in. And we'll leave like a colon for them to answer, since you know how the answer box is like right after the input. And just to see if this worked, we are going to print out answer. Okay. So if you haven't gotten that down, I will give you a second. Let me check the schedule. Okay, so after this session, you have some brainstorm time. Checking the schedule. Okay, so you only have to write this part. This is just like the instructions. Okay, is everyone good? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this. I think some of you probably have. So this is our prompt. We are being prompted. Again, we're acting as the user and the programmer. I mean, you could have like different people in your group answer if you want. But so we're being asked, is there a party? Enter Y for yes and for no. Okay. Should there be a party or not? What do you guys think? What? Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay. And okay, and was N printed out? Yes, it was. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, we did print out our variable answer. And when we entered in N for no, that answer was stored in answer. And since we're printing out answer after that, you can see N being printed out. Yeah, go ahead. It will, did it give you an error? Okay, we got it. Thank you. Okay, if anyone else needs any more help, please make sure to ask a volunteer. I think we have one more. So common errors are due to capitalization. If you capitalize the I in input, you will get an error because Python doesn't recognize that.
Oh, keep going. Okay.
We're not too bad on time. Okay. I need to do 4 loops. Oh, that's gonna take long. And volunteers, if you guys are seeing any common problems, just feel free to tell me so I can maybe just go over it. Mhm. Oh, yeah, okay. So if you guys don't see like the prompting dialogue, that will be on the console. This is called a console. So I'll just show you guys. So you have to go over to the console over here, and it's going to prompt you to enter in something.
So you have to zoom in even further from those in the back.
Over to zoom in. Okay. Yeah. Let me zoom in. So yeah, you can see this is our prompt in the console. I hope you guys can see it now. And if we enter N, then we have N printed out. This is the console. So again, all your output will be printed out on the console on the right side, and all your code will be typed on the left side in the code editor. Yeah. Okay. Oh, like the run button? Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, and another thing, after your prompt, for it to actually run the next line of code, you need to press the enter button. So like when I type N over here, I had to press enter for it to go to the next line. Okay, I think we're okay to go to the next topic. Okay. Okay, so hopefully most of you have gotten that down. We are on a bit of a time crunch, so I will be zipping through 4 loops. Okay, so if you guys could all look up here, let me put this in slideshow mode. Oh, did I not do that? Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot the conditional. Okay. Okay, so once you guys have this down, we are gonna go, we're gonna write our conditional statement. Oh. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, this is the right one. Okay. So we can comment this out for now. Again, this is just to check if the answer is actually being saved in our variable. So if we want to start our conditional, we have to think if the user said yes, then we're going to print out I will wear a dress. And if the user said no, then we're going to print out I will wear sweatpants. So, you know, let's just write it in code. Okay. So if, again, the user's answer is stored in our variable called answer. So I'm going to check if answer, and I'm going to put parentheses around this. It's just good practice. If answer is equal to yes, if answer is equal to y, then we're going to do something. Okay, so you can see how I checked if answer is equal to specifically y. And the reason I did that is, well, I mean, we're giving the user an option to either enter in y or n. So that means if answer is equal to y, then we're going to tell them to wear a dress. But if it's equal to n, then we're going to tell them to wear sweatpants. So this is why I had them enter in specific choices. If they entered in anything else, then it would default to the else. So we'll see that in just a sec. If answer is equal to y, we want to tell them to wear a dress. Else, oh. So again, it's just like, speaking in every day, what's it called? Okay, it's just like the code is very similar to how you would actually say an if statement in real life. So if the user said yes, if the user entered in y, meaning if they wanted to wear, if they're going to the party, then we're going to tell them to wear a dress. Now for our else statement, else as in if they said that they're not going to the party, we're going to tell them to do something else. We're going to tell them to wear sweatpants. So I hope that makes sense. Again, in these conditionals, it's really easy to make syntax errors, which usually happens if you forget the colon over here. Let me zoom in. Or if you forget the colon over here. And remember that all these keywords are going to be lowercase. So syntax error, you'll probably get like, yeah, if you forget one of these things. Huh? Tell them to run it. Oh, I mean, okay. I was just waiting for them to copy it down. Does everyone have this code down? No, okay, I see some people copying it down. You need it. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who have gotten this down, I'm going to go ahead and run this. Okay, so again, we can see our prompt. Unfortunately, you guys said no to a party. We're going to put no and press enter. And let's see what we get. Okay, so it works. We said no to going to the party, so now we have to wear sweatpants. Or if you need any kind of help, please raise your hand so the volunteers can get to you. And volunteers, if there are any common problems, then please let me know. Are most people? Okay, so for those of you who are waiting, did you try the other option? So like say we put Y. Okay, so it should print out where address and yeah, was anyone okay, raise your hand if you were able to get the program to work. Okay. All right. Good job. And volunteers, are there any common problems you guys are seeing that I can help address? Okay. For those of you who, guys that are done, you guys can also try different different kinds of input statements. Maybe you can ask something else. You can ask the user to enter different things for, yeah, you know. Indentation. Okay, I'll just say it. Oh, so most of you guys will get syntax errors if you forget like a semicolon, if you forget the colon after like the if, and also the colon after the else statement. So just remember to include that. Also, if you forgot to include like a closing parentheses like this, you will get an error. So watch out for that. Mm-hmm. Well, this mhm. Okay. Oh, the indentation. Okay. So your indentation, just one thing I wanted to say before going on to for loops. Your indentation should automatically, like it should look something like this. Right after you put the colon, Python should move your cursor automatically to an indented spot. So yeah. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys are done. If you do need help, please ask a volunteer and they will help you out. Okay. Okay, we're on the last few slides for today for our Python workshop. And our last concept is going to be on Python for loops. So, okay, I'm going to say right now that for loops are a tricky concept since most of you guys are beginners to coding, for loops may be a little hard to understand right now, but as you get more and more practice, you'll get better. It's just the syntax might be a little confusing, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay. Okay, so for loops are basically repeat commands. As programmers, we don't really like to repeat ourselves. We want our code to be clean and precise. It also offers for better readability. You know, if someone is reviewing your program or if you're debugging, you don't want to have like 5 lines of the same code being repeated over and over again. Like that is not very efficient. So to repeat a block of code a specific number of times, we use for loops. So there are different types of loops in Python. There are while loops also. I think that's the most common other like different loop. But for now, we'll just be going through for loops since that is like the most common. Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, so this is our format for I in range for print I. Okay, so I have an example I want to go through. Okay, so this variable over here called I is known as the iterator. So it's a variable, so of course you can name this anything. You can name it like for X in range. But most programmers just use I because it stands for iterator. So to iterate, again, means to repeat. And the value of I changes with each iteration. Okay, so this is a tricky concept, so I hope you guys are all paying attention to this. But yeah, so the value of I changes with each iteration. So by default, a for loop will start from the value of 0 and go up to, but not including the variable declared here, the range. So this, for example, in terms of numbers, it'll go from 0, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. It won't go to 4 since it starts from 0. Okay, so if I want to explain this in an easy way, you could say for each element in range 4, so each element would be defined as 0, 1, 2, and 3. For each element in range 4, print out each element. So it would print out 0, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? So the value of I changes with each iteration. So in the first time this program runs, I will be 0. So then you will print I, you will print the value of 0. The next time, the value of I will be increased to 1. So then it would print 1. The next time, the value will be increased to 2. It'll print 2. Then it'll be increased to 3. It'll print 3. And then, since 4 is not in range 4, since it's not within the range of 0 to 3, it will stop there. So, okay, I'm going to go through an example right now to show what I mean. Okay. I'm going to comment all of this out. You guys can also create a new trinket if you would like, instead of commenting out each time. But okay, let's go through. No, I don't think so. I don't think I have time for that. Okay, let me take a look at that. Sure. Oh, I clicked on the solution actually. Okay, give me one moment here. I included the solution in the thing, so I'm gonna edit it quickly from my personal account. Okay, for loops. Okay, so if you go to the for loop link in the drive, you should be taken to the updated trinket. For loops. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, you'll get better at for loops as you get more practice with it. Right now, it's really new, so you may not understand the significance of the iterator variable. I know it took me a long time to get the hang of that. So, I'm going to remove this for now. Okay, so if we go ahead and run this sample code, let's see what we get. So I just ran this, and I get the values 0 all the way up to 9. Okay, if you guys could just ignore the I plus equals 1 part. Oh my gosh. Just ignore that part. But basically, this program is printing out all the values from 0 all the way to 9. Okay, so the tricky part is when you're printing out the value of the iterator. The easier way to deal with this is if you want to print out like a string or something. If you want to print out something that doesn't use I, that's like the least confusing way. So I'm gonna actually edit my for loop, and let's try printing out hello 5 times. So if we print out hello 5 times, like this, it should work. Okay. So, oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay, this is good. Okay, so as you can see, we are repeating this string 5 times. Again, see, since we're not dealing with the variable I, it's not very confusing right now. So, I mean, we can also ask for user input 5 times. So, or you can print out hello. I don't know why you would want to say hello 5 times. Hello world. Okay, so this is basically a repeat command. We're repeating something 5 times. And you will get a syntax error if you forget to include the colon. So just make sure to include that.
I don't think